Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. It's been a little while, so I thought we'd just pop in and see what kind of new things people have been cooking up in the workshop and have a little bit of fun with it. Actually, the scenario specifically that I'm going to be looking for is something called the Fairy Outbreak. Fairies indeed. There it is. 4 stars. Not too bad. By Chessburger4187. One day in Dublin, Ireland, 2 friends, a boy and a girl, were walking down a pathway in a dense forest. They come across a bush with a fruit they've never seen before. The girl harvested the fruit to take a quick look at it. Without question, the girl takes a bite out of the fruit. The boy looks at her confused and warns her that it could be poisonous or something. They decide to call emergency staff if anything happens to raise red flags. They both go to their separate ways after exiting the forest. What great friends they are. The next day, the boy received a message saying she's back, feels itchy, go get some lotion on it, then I have wings, and the picture of her showing wings on her back. The boy felt a bit suspicious, but after taking a good look at it, he realized the wings weren't a costume. Oh good, you ate some mysterious fruit off of a bush, and now you're sprouting fairy wings. That makes perfect sense. It's a virus. That's also sensible. ATP boost, Darwinist, oxide streamophile, and symptostasis feels completely fine. Good lord, it has been a dang long time since I played some Plague Inc. It feels kind of weird, but extremely nostalgic. I like it. A strange evolution. Authorities became alert of the situation. They took the girl in for testing, where the virus was detected in her blood and was named PixF23. The Irish government then quarantined the girl in a safe house to prevent new infections. However, the virus began mutating the body and behavior of the hosts. Modify the behaviors of the host, sorry. The girl began acting different and eventually possessed supernatural powers from the mutations of the virus. This sounds awesome. The Irish government begins to panic. Oh no, never mind. To panic as they have no idea what this virus is capable of. After the girl mysteriously escaped the safe house, only time will tell the future of the F23 virus. I was gonna try to make like an, oh, they're after me Lucky Charms kind of thing, but then I realized my Irish accent is god-awful. And I shouldn't do things like that. Okay, let's take a look at our transmissions. What do we got? We got Water 1, we got Blood 1, we got Zoonotic Shift, and we got Fairy Dust. Infected create a magical dust that can travel on air particles, increasing air transmission and infectivity in the arid countries, which is not Ireland. However, that's a pretty reasonable amount of infectivity, so I'll pick that up. That leads to Pollen. Pollen can now transmit the virus, increases air transmission and infectivity in arid countries. Okay, sounds fun. Cheerful Jolt. Oh, please tell me these aren't the cheery little fairies like from Peter Pan. No! Infected act more cheerful than normal, increasing infectivity. And for abilities, we have Winter Spell and Summer Spell for the climates. Efficiency Reduction Spell. Okay. Less Proactive Spell. Okay, so it's like Genetic Reshuffle and Genetic Hardening. Antiviral Spell, which is Drug Resistance. A Spore Spell for a random country, twice actually. And a Mutation Spell to increase the mutation chance. Okay. See, one of the reasons I like the idea of doing this fairy outbreak, I know that a lot of people perceive fairies as basically these tiny little pixies and stuff. Okay, sure, fine. I prefer to read some of the more, like, old Celtic and old, like, school, what is it, Northern European? Maybe slightly Scandinavian? I can't remember exactly where the origin is. But the idea of the Fae folk, right? I think it mostly originates around the British Isles. But the Fae, the fairy, in that sense, they're usually darker and mischievous and really freaking nasty. You don't want to mess with those guys much. All right, let's see. I'm going to go for some water because that's good for the UK. Zoonotic Shift might be all right. What about Cheerful Jolt? That's pretty good infectivity for 1 point, so we'll do that. Mischief Behaviors. Okay, infected perform mischievous actions more often, increasing infectivity and severity. That works for me. Steroidal Shifts. They become smoother and appear more attractive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, whether they're the Fae or the fairies, they're always mischievous little monsters, all right? But whatever. Funny thing is, right, when I was a kid, I read Peter Pan, and one of the main aspects that's not really captured in the Disney version, but it is indeed in some of the original stories, is the idea that if you, say, I don't believe in fairies, or fairies don't exist, or something like that, and deny them, then somewhere a fairy drops dead. And when I was a child, in my sadistic little mind, I came up with the idea of creating a song that basically just repeats, oh, I don't believe in fairies, no, I don't believe in fairies, no, I don't, again and again and again and again. And I would sing that while I was in the shower, thinking, you know what, if fairies existed, I'd be murdering all of them right about now. The stupid things I did when I was like 5. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I was sadistic, apparently. Absolutely sadistic. Ugh. This single-handedly, Pravus as a child, murders half the population of fairies. Glorious stuff. Okay, so a lot of this stuff's kind of expensive and proving difficult for me to get. I'm going to go ahead and grab some cold climate adaptation, given that the UK is cold. I'm just trying to get the heck out of these islands with whatever I can. Drug resistance would be pretty smart as well. That would also be a very, very wise option. Maybe also going for the spore spell. I don't know. It has been a while since I played any Plague Inc., so I might be a little bit off of my kilter. We just got hair. For some infected, the hair changes to bright, vibrant colors. Oh gosh, they're trolls. Increases infectivity, but also severity. Okay. And high-pitched voices. Increases infectivity, but also severity heavily due to major concerns. Also, extremely irritating high-pitched voices. I mean, forget the concerns. I'm just going to be annoyed. You're going to get my attention with that high-pitched voice. Hey, we got into Iceland a little on the early side. That's cool. We're actually getting onto planes out of here. Perfect. Since we're still spreading a lot in Europe, let's go for the antiviral spells so that I am able to spread a little bit faster, though we seem to be doing okay now. There we go. Solid, solid. I would love to go for things like the pollen for the arid countries, since we seem to be getting into some of them. They have detected me. Yes, the story of the girl with wings is only just now starting to gain traction. Also, you know, like 70 million people across the UK. I mean, that's also a thing, but that's, you know, fine, whatever. More points, please. Just a little bit. Giggling. Oh gosh, they're creepy giggling now. Okay. Infected sometimes giggle uncontrollably. Increases infectivity, but also severity due to concerns from other humans. There's a lot of concerns in this scenario, if you haven't noticed. People are very concerned. Much concernings is going on. Let's go for that pollen, try to get that extra infectivity a-rolling. I think I'm going to hold off on these spore bursts until we actually know we need some more islands. Because so far, this spread isn't bad. We just need to, like, spread faster in places like India. That's what we need. Let's go for that zoonotic shift, actually. Butterflies are unlocked. Well, that makes perfect sense. Rural regions, hot climates, small animals, and birds for the land transmission. Birds wouldn't be bad. Birds would be a pretty good thing for me to get, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm not going to worry about any more symptoms. It seems to me the mutation chance is going to end up being a bit stronger than I expected. I would, however, love a summer spell since we're getting into hot countries and we are not spreading very rapidly. Somehow, we got into Greenland a little bit early. Wait, did we get out of Norway? We did. We got a boat out of Norway super early. That's weird. I mean, I like it, but it's weird. I don't know what to do with it. Mosquitoes would help a little bit. Rural, small animals. I think I really would love to get the birds. Maybe we can hold off for like 3 more DNA. The answer is yes, we absolutely can. Let's go for that bird transmission so we just spread with the land a little bit. And we are getting into the new world. Perfect. Pointed ears. That's actually another thing about the Fae. The Fae actually have some good relations to ideas of like elves and such in a lot of old mythology and various different fairy tales. That's actually why they're called fairy tales. It's not the tiny little fairies, it's the Fae folk. Well, okay, depends a little bit on what lore you get into, but I prefer to think that is in fact the case. Alright, let's see. Do we want to go for the blood? We could do that. We could also go for the water, and then the extreme bioaerosol. Could do that. Could do all of those things. Going for the mosquitoes would actually be very beneficial, since hot climates often also coincide with some of the poorer climates. So that helps me in a lot of different areas, including the not poor, arid, and hot countries. We are rolling in DNA all of a sudden, no problem whatsoever. We could go for more birds, or we could go ahead and grab, let's say, the summer spell and also the antiviral spell. Midsummer Night's Dream. Yes, that would be kind of fun with Puck and all of that stuff. I haven't read Shakespeare in a long time. Why is it making me think of that? I don't know. Summer spells just makes me think of Midsummer Night. Anyway, alright, so we are in the United States. We're not spreading very rapidly to get in places like the Caribbean, but what else are we missing? Only the Caribbean. Well, we're not going to be getting into that very soon because I think Mexico... Does Mexico not have a port? Doesn't Mexico usually have a port? Alright, let's go for a spore spell, just so we can go ahead and make progress on it, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's also go for some extreme bioaerosol, and let's say some rodents and some world transmission. Just all of the above there would be fine. Wings on humans' backs! So, I missed something. What's been happening over here? Wings. Infected grow a pair of wings in different formations, patterns, and colors. Increases infectivity from excitement, but mortified doctors increase severity heavily. We could go for a positivity spell, or we could go for pranks. I think we're gonna go for the pranks. Then we have the weakness spell, increasing severity and infectivity. Also the idiotic spell, which slows down the cure. Also the ice spell, which could be fatal because we're freezing humans in blocks of ice. Giant human ice cubes. Yes, perfect. Magical powers. Infected humans have begun to use magical powers. Scientists aren't sure if it will benefit humanity, as the behaviors of infected human behaviors have changed from the virus mutating before. Regardless, a cure must be found quickly. Let's go for some efficiency reduction spells, just so we can slow that roll a little bit. Oh, people are trying to get positive. No, don't get positive. Stop it. Ice spells. Yes, lethality. That actually is going a little faster than I was expecting it to. We could go for the fire spells, very fatal. Probably should do that. Then we have the stone spells. That's not an absolute ton of lethality. I'm a little concerned about it. We got a muscular spell. Okay, severity. Climate spell, increases infectivity. That doesn't matter too much as long as we're going to hit critical mass in the USA. We are, by the way, increasing the mass of humans itself. That's a thing. We're almost at 50% cure progress, too. I'm a little concerned about that. You guys keep mutating all the things I don't care about. Let's go for the stone spell. Then we have the organ failure spell. It breaks down their organs. Incredibly lethal. Yes, we're so mischievous. Haha, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro. Can't get mad at me. Let's go for the vaporization spell. Fairies cast a spell on humans that just wipe them from existence. That's it. It's insanely lethal and slows down the cure. What's this, by the way? Pixie dust. It's a win condition. Scientists trust fairies, slowing down the cure. No. We're going to try to kill them before we automatically mutate the vaporization. Also, let's make them less proactive so we can reset some of that cure progress. All right. Humans are vaporizing in thin air. Now, they're not vaporizing into thin air. They are in thin air, and then they vaporize. So basically, don't go to high-altitude conditions, and you'll probably be fine. People are starting to vaporize out of the blue, resulting in a slow, painful death. When I think vaporizing, I don't usually think a long, painful death. I think of something pretty darn instantaneous, but okay. Scientists are going bananas for a cure. Hoo-ha-ha, and needs to be completed very soon. Well, I can't imagine that's going to work out very well for you. Let's see, high schooler academics. Apparently scientists are finding that people are more intelligent because of the fairies. We're making you more intelligent so you truly understand your demise. No, not the pixie dust. Quickly reset some of that cure nonsense and let's go ahead and devolve that. No, I don't want to trust this fairies. I want everyone to be dead. He's supposed to be dead. The Emperor's New Groove is one of the Disney's best movies. I'm just saying right out. Anyone who disagrees, well, you can just go ahead and unsubscribe right now. I don't really care. Pix F23 has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Congratulations, fairies. Okay, 573 days is a little on the slow side, but again, we did start off in the UK, so I mean, it's going to be slow no matter what you do. 40% cure progress, 41,875 points, 2 stars. Not a bad scenario at all, honestly. I think 4 stars is probably just about right. It's got some solid descriptions. It tries to tell a story and stick to a theme, etc., etc. I'm trying to think through the balancing. The balancing's really not that bad either. Starting off in the UK is always slow, but really, I don't think there's anything wrong with this scenario. Now, is it like a knock it out of the park, game-changing scenario? No, but it is solid. It is solid all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I absolutely do give that one a thumbs up. All right. Well, that's going to go ahead and end things for this video. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing some more Plague Inc. or if it's just going to be a very sporadic thing based on when I have the time. But I do appreciate you guys watching this video, and I would ask you to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Leave a comment with your suggestions, hit the subscribe button and notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.